All right, light up those pumpkins, everybody, because we are live. Let's see who else is alive and awake out there tonight. What's up, everybody? Happy Michael Myers Monday. If you're new here, welcome. And if you're not here, what's up, everybody? Happy Michael Myers Monday. How is everybody this week? A toast to you guys to kick it off tonight. Don't be shy in the live chat. Those of you that come here every week know what's up. It hasn't been we missed a few weeks here. We were out of town, of course, for Mad Monster Party, as many of you guys know, and you've been seeing our coverage rolling out in the last few days. And but we're back now. Excited to be back. Excited to be talking about some Halloween ends, a little bit of Halloween ends news this evening, and we're going to be talking about that tonight, as well as new reveals from Trick or Treat Studios just earlier this afternoon of some new Myers figures and a new Dr. Loomis figure. We're going to be taking a look at those as well here just shortly. First off, though, I just want to check in with the live chat. Don't be shy, guys. Again, if you're new here, just chime in. And to everybody that's not new here, welcome back, guys. I hope you've had a good few weeks. It's been 3 weeks, actually, since our last Monday live stream, our last Michael Myers Monday live. We did do a few live streams from Mad Monster Party. I hope you guys had a chance to check those out. But it is good to be back here in the office here in HDN headquarters. How's everybody doing tonight? I see Halloween Ends updates has been hyped all evening. Let's see, White Bunny Rogue is here. Never been to one of our lives before. Awesome. Well, welcome. Thank you for joining us tonight. Thank you so much. Protect Safes is here. Happy Michael Myers Monday. Awesome. As people start to filter in, you might notice, yes, actually drinking out of a different Michael Myers mug this evening. The one I've traditionally used, the multi faces, the many faces of Michael Myers. That one sadly met its demise over the last few weeks. A few days ago, it took a crash and could not be repaired. So luckily, I got 3 more on the shelf to choose from. So we are initiating this bad boy tonight. Pretty fitting. Every day is Halloween. That is our motto here at Halloween Daily News anyway, because it is Halloween daily and every day is Halloween. So figured that was pretty fitting. Yes, absolutely. Let's see here. Protect Safes. All right. Protect Safes, everybody. The super chat is enabled, and you should know that. And Protect Safe has just donated graciously $10. Thank you so much, everybody. Let's pause and a toast and a happy Michael Myers Monday, a hearty happy Michael Myers Monday to you, ProtectSafe.com. ProtectSafes.com. Joseph Waller checking in with $5. He says, is it still going to film in next few months? Will there still more extras, cameos, minor characters, etc.? Joseph, I'm going to be talking about that in just a few minutes. I do plan to, when I'm talking about Halloween Ends, we're going to talk about the most recent set photos since my last update. And then we are going to talk about just a little bit of some casting call news that does give us an idea somewhat of how long filming is going to continue. The short answer is it's not a whole lot much more to go. Probably into next week is the short answer. So it's not going to be very, very much more filming. But I will be talking about the most recent casting call that I saw earlier today in just a little bit when we get to that. Thank you so much, Joseph, and ProtectSafes.com. Everybody, let's toast these guys. Happy Michael Myers Monday. Ariel is here. What's up? Happy Michael Myers Monday. Hardyverse is here. Love seeing you live. Well, welcome. Glad you're here live. Absolutely. Yeah, it's been a few weeks since we've done a Monday live stream, and but we are back in town, and there is some stuff to talk about. Now, before I get into the news stuff, we usually do like some kind of show and tell and something fun like that as people are just checking in. So I am going to do that tonight, and this is a fun item. You might have seen back, I guess it was last month. This is still February for a few few more minutes anyway. But last month in January, I posted a showcase video, and we've also got links to purchase this down in the description, a direct affiliate link. But what I'm going to show you guys tonight, new to my collector's shelf, is Funko's Michael Myers with Myers House set. Now, this was released, of course, just before Christmas. It was a late 2021 release. It was originally going to come out a little bit earlier, shipping delays, all that. But it is out now. I got mine for Christmas. And like I said, we posted some better photography of it. But I wanted to show it off to you guys just a little bit. This Myers is a different Myers than all of the other Funko Myers figures. I'm trying to get him in focus there, but the autofocus is looking for me. There, that's a little bit better. But you can see he's got a different body pose than all of the other ones. The knife kind of held up next to him right there. And this is probably my favorite of the Funko figures, at least my favorite since like the original, the first one they put out, because as you can see, he's kind of doing the head tilt, which is cool. He's got a little bit of blood splatter on his mask and coveralls, which this is supposed to be from Halloween '78, of course, but he doesn't. That's not screen accurate. He doesn't have that in '78, but nonetheless, it still looks cool here, and it's cool that it's an all new body pose that comes with this. And again, I love the head tilt, the head sculpt, the mask sculpt, and the hair is pretty much the same as the other Myers figures that we've talked about that were released last year. Now let's look at the house for just a minute, because this is obviously part of what makes this so awesome, is that you get the Myers house. But again, a lot of you might already know this. Some of you may not know this, but this Myers house, part of what makes this so special, and ultimately what's going to make it so collectible, is that there is a mistake here. Many of you may know the address of the original Myers house, and you might notice that if you look really close to the number address on this Myers house, it does not match up with what we all know to be the address. And I'm going to pull that up for you here in just a second, if I can find it. But you guys know the original address on Meridian Street. I'm trying to find the exact. Yeah, there it is. 709 Meridian Avenue is the original address, and that's what appears in the '78 film, 709 Meridian Avenue. It was later relocated in the '80s to its current location at 1000 Mission Street in South Pasadena, California. But if you'll look closely here on this Myers house, the address here is in fact 1520. And that is not just a random number. That is in fact the actual address of the Myers house, North Carolina, which, yes, I happen to be wearing a t-shirt from the Myers house, North Carolina right here. Our buddy Kenny owns and lives there. And long story short, you can Google it. You can look him up. You can find him online at MyersHouseNC.com. But the Myers house, it is a life-size, real-life replica of the original Myers house. Kenny went out there to Pasadena. He got blueprints. He did all the architectural studying and legwork, and basically rebuilt the Myers house in Hillsborough, North Carolina. And he's also got an amazing horror collection. You can go to his website and check out all that. And they do tours sometimes. You've got to kind of contact them ahead of time. But if you didn't know, now you know. This is in fact the Myers house, North Carolina, if we're going to be specific. Which, as far as I'm concerned, makes it all the much more awesome. Let's see. Johnny Trouble says, "You guys rock. Thanks for all the info you share. Halloween forever." Yes, Halloween forever. Absolutely, absolutely. You go to our collection. Like I said, pretty hilarious that they made that mistake. And but again, is it really a mistake? Maybe this was always meant to be the Myers house, North Carolina. And if you don't own that Funko set yet, yeah, you can find a link down in the description of this video, a direct link to spirithalloween.com. It is a Spirit Halloween exclusive. And the direct link down below is an affiliate link. So we here at HDN will earn a very small commission if you do purchase anything from Spirit through that link. And it doesn't affect your price or anything whatsoever. It doesn't change anything. But it does help us keep the lights on and keep operations going here at Halloween Daily News, and we appreciate it when you do click through those affiliate links. Okay, let's get into a little bit of news. Like I said, it's been a few weeks since our last Monday. I did do an update when we got back in town last weekend. We got back in town on Monday, on Michael Myers Monday, and had a great time at Mad Monster Party. I hope you're checking out our coverage. We did a full convention walkthrough video. Lots of great cosplay there. Of course, lots of great Michael Myers cosplay was there. And we always have a blast because, you know, this is like our favorite convention, our favorite annual convention that we do. And here you can see our buddy Douglas Tate, one of the special guests in attendance. He was there signing autographs, and he did a Q&A on Saturday, and it was great to finally actually meet Doug in person. And there we are at Mad Monster Party. My wife Sue took that photo of us, and it's funny because Doug and I, you know, I've interviewed him now twice actually. The first time was a few years ago, and then but we knew each other even before then because he and his wife had a film screened at our Halloween Film Festival a few years before that. Then I interviewed him around the release of Hellboy when he worked on that, and then we did our video interview here on the channel last October, and we talked about Doug, of course, working with James Jude Courtney and doing a little bit of stunt doubling during a few key shots in the SUV scene in Halloween Kills. And of course, Doug also played Jason Voorhees in the final scene shot during reshoots of Freddy vs. Jason. So he is actually one of only two men in the world to play both Michael Myers and Jason Voorhees on screen. And the other one is Tom Morgan, by the way. So we had a blast at Mad Monster Party. Like always, it was a super fun time. All right, guys. So let's get into the Halloween Ends news, shall we? Artieverse says, I watched those videos. Thank you. Thank you very much. Yes, we've got the full convention walkthrough video. We've also got exclusive interviews with the costume contest winners. We always do that. We always do interviews with the costume contest winners. And we're going to have our photo gallery from the costume contest. That's going to be up on the website, HalloweenDailyNews.com, tomorrow as well. So our Mad Monster Party coverage continues. We also attended a bunch of the Q&As, including Doug's. And one thing that he did note is he would still love, of course, you know, no surprise, but he did say, you know, publicly, they asked, had he reached his pinnacle? He's done so much in his career, and he said that one pinnacle that he is reaching and has reached and is going to achieve this year will be the release of his own feature film that he directed, and that's called Angel Baby, and it's coming this year. And but he did add, but he still wants to play Michael Myers proper and fully, you know, because it is, of course, James Jude Courtney. He is our Michael Myers, as everybody knows and is in full agreement. Doug was just to get on set and just to be behind the mask for just, you know, a split second or two on film. That if you watched my interview with him, then you know that was a lifelong dream realized for Doug. And it's a great story, and you can check out his interview elsewhere in the interview section of our channel here. All right, so Halloween ends. Filming continues right now in Savannah, Georgia, and Jamie Lee Curtis has wrapped filming, and she has left Savannah, but she didn't leave before posting a few final shots from Savannah and a few final shots, a few final thoughts from the set of Halloween Ends after completing filming her portions of the sequel, which will be her 7th film portraying Laurie Strode, and what she says will be her last film playing Laurie Strode. Christopher Seat has checked in. Cheers from California. Can't wait for Halloween Ends. Cheers to you, and happy Michael Myers Monday to California, all the way from the East Coast, Kill Devil Hills, North Carolina. Cheers to you, and happy Michael Myers Monday. Welcome. Keith said Doug jumped off the SUV. Yes, he did. Absolutely. Yep, you guys know this. If you watch the interview, then you know this. And if you follow Doug and Sean and all of us on social media. But check out that interview if you haven't already. And check out our walkthrough of Mad Monster Party. Lots of Michael Myers cosplay, as there always is. Lots of, excuse me, lots of Leatherface cosplay. More Leatherface than ever this time. I think it was because the new Leatherface movie had just come out that weekend of Mad Monster Party. Anyway, always a great time. Huge shout out to Mad Monster Party. Can't wait till the next Mad Monster event that we're going to be at. They're going to do their next Mad Monster Party in Arizona this summer, and then later this summer, at the end of August, we're going to be back at Concord, North Carolina for the Mad Monster Expo, and already can't wait for that. Looking forward to it. But be sure to check out our photos and our videos from that event, and plan to join us at the next one. Speaking of events, live events that we're going to be at, just real quick, Scares That Care Charity Weekend. That's happening this summer as well. We're going to be there. That's confirmed. And as well as the Mad Monster Expo. And then there's the Haunted Screams Expo happening in mid-September of this year as well. So lots of awesome in-person events to look forward to later on this year. Let's see. Johnny says, have you gone to see the new Scream movie? It was filmed in the same location as Halloween Kills, 2 great franchise movies in the same town. Yes, I've seen it. I love it. And yeah, we did some filming. We put out a locations video, some of the Halloween Kills locations in Wilmington. And we didn't really have time to go by many of the Scream locations, but we did go by Tara's house. And I posted that video. And actually in the Halloween Kills video, you hear me talking about being at Screen Gems, where they recreated the Myers house for Halloween Kills on the same sound stage that they would then go on to recreate Stu's house, Stu Macher's house, for the new Scream movie. So yeah, very cool. Let's see. Johnny says Adam the Woo and Scott on Tape did filming locations on it. Yep. Lots of people have. Yep. Sean Clark did the Kills filming location. Yeah, he went to he's got a much more detailed filming location. We were just there for a few hours and hit just a couple easy locations. All right, let's look at these Halloween Ends photos that Jamie Lee Curtis has put out there. Okay. Now, like I said, Jamie Lee Curtis, we posted a video last Tuesday, about a week ago, and Jamie Lee Curtis had announced that she had wrapped filming. So on her way out of town before getting on the plane and flying home, she did share a few more photos, and a few others in addition have surfaced since then as well. So let's take a look at those right now. And here you can see nothing really from the set, just from Jamie's time in Savannah, Georgia. And she just posts a nice thank you to the city for being such a lovely host to the final Halloween movie. And of course, Jamie herself is a photographer. And these just some of the photos that she shot here a little bit from the set. Again, we've seen similar images shared throughout the filming where we see, the fog and the spotlights, and so very excited to see what they're shooting here. And again, just some other random shots. This house, I believe, is one of the houses that we featured here on the channel before when we looked at filming locations, and very likely getting a paint job for the production. All right, so this was posted about 6 days ago, and then up next in Jamie's stories, and you can find this in our Halloween Ends highlights on our Instagram page. But here you can see this little video that she posted literally as she is walking off the set of Halloween Ends. A lot of interesting details here. I mean, right there from starting with the sticker that says the comfort zone. And then you can see, you follow, there's Jamie walking. Looks like she's wearing Laurie's jeans, actually. Leaving Haddonfield city limits. Did you guys see that? And how fitting that one of the final images that Jamie Lee Curtis shares from the set, like literally her final image as she's leaving the set, is this prop sign that says leaving Haddonfield city limits. Pretty damn beautiful. The next day, Jamie couldn't resist posting yet more Halloween content. And here we see some great shots of some of the mini pumpkins. And you guys know I love my pumpkins. Can't have too many pumpkins in a Halloween movie. And this is what Jamie Lee Curtis says in her Instagram post. Quote, when we made the original Halloween movie in 1978, I think we had 3 pumpkins that we painted and maybe one that had the guts to cut out of it. And maybe one that had the guts cut out of it. We shot in March. There was also only one bag of dried leaves that we kept raking up and throwing into the shots. We've heard about this many times in many behind the scenes documentaries and commentaries. Her quote continues, 44 years later, the budgets for the movies have grown, as has my waistline, but not to any great amount. Cost of living, etc., etc., excuse the pun. The talented art department was challenged with a lot of pumpkins in this new movie, and of course, the refrigerated truck that we stored them in all naturally stopped working. Rotting pumpkins is a very interesting smell that will be a hard day for the team that has to dispose of them. Just a little behind the scenes to show you what goes into one of these movies. Details, details, entrails. End quote. And a selfie posted later on that same day, Jamie Lee Curtis in the caption says, quote, last shot in Savannah, heading home. When I play Laurie Strode, I put away the talismans of Jamie Lee Curtis' life. My wedding ring, my cherished necklace, child charm with Annie and Ruby's names, and the My Hand in Yours, her charity pendant she made. The pearl Ruby gave me when I stood up for her, the circle of life from Jason Blum, and today the knife from Baby Blades
which I found on Etsy and had made for my OG Halloween team. Let's get a close up of that. Look at that. There's the knife she's talking about. These are her talismans that mean so much to her that she wears in real life. And she had this knife made for her OG Halloween team. And right there you can see it is engraved with the word Halloween followed by XO JLC. Her quote continues, her caption for this photo continues. She says, quote, "These good luck charms hang around my neck every day to remind me of who I am, and I was thrilled to put them back on after taking them off to film the movie. I'm back to Jamie, and I'm ready, and I'm already cleaning and organizing and throwing things out, although I'm doing so with a tiny limp and moving much slower as I am battered and bruised but ebullient from the experience of shooting Halloween Ends." So Jamie Lee Curtis, again, I mean, we saw that photo of some of her bruises, and apparently some of that is very real, at least according to what she is saying here. Battered and bruised, and actually walking with a tiny limp. But I love these pendants. I love the meaning of all of them, and I love that now this Halloween Ends knife, this Michael Myers butcher knife, is one of Jamie Lee's talismans. So a bit of Laurie Strode, with Jamie Lee all the time, which of course Laurie's always with Jamie, as we know. And then that same day, our buddy James Jude Courtney. Again, nothing spoilery whatsoever here, but James getting into the action just a little bit, reminding everybody that yeah, he's on set too. And of course, he says here, just teasing us. He says, "Can't show you." James says, "Quote, can't show you Chris Nelson's." Excuse me. James says, "Quote, can't show you Chris Nelson's special effects genius or Emily Gunshaw's wardrobe mastery, but I can tell you Halloween is going to be epic," in all caps and lots of exclamation points following it. End quote. So again, James being very sly, telling us everything, showing us nothing, but clearly we are excited. Then Blumhouse producer Ryan Turek on his Instagram story shared this image, actually a video clip in his Instagram story of an actual prop knife from the set, just with the words "It's late." It was shared late at night after Jamie had left. There you can see a lot of blood on that knife. And then just most recently, just the other day, Christopher Nelson, of course, special effects makeup artist and mask creator. He posted this image, which again shows absolutely nothing, and he. But it's interesting. He says it's been a blurry few weeks. Sickly cats, wars starting, this crazy show, and then in parentheses he says will end. He's talking about Halloween Ends there. He says trips home and back, FedEx snafus, COVID, cramping styles, etc., etc. A few more days and it will all come back into focus. Hang in there, friends. Be kind to each other. Hashtag Halloween Ends. And then he thanks Zach Myers for the cool pic that Chris says thanks for the cool pic that I cropped. Because obviously there's some spoilery imagery in the rest of that original photo. Interesting part here is that yes, filming is starting to come to a close. And obviously world events and personal events all wearing a little bit heavily on Chris right now, it sounds like. Okay, so there we go. That is like the latest photos from the set and from the cast and crew of Halloween Ends. Not a whole lot there to dissect, but obviously Jamie Lee Curtis, marking the occasion of wrapping this film and wrapping what she considers her final time playing this character that obviously means so much to her. And means so much to the horror community and just pop culture in general. I've talked about this before on previous updates. So let me know what you think about those videos. Real quick, I want to comment on just a interesting little casting notice that came up earlier today. We had somebody ask when how long filming is going to continue. Now, I don't know exactly what we had originally seen, and everything that we had seen was saying mid March. And of course, tomorrow, in just a few hours now, it is March 1st. And I've seen things, casting notices with filming dates for this week. So filming does continue this week. And earlier today, the most recent casting notice for extras, I'm not going to put the link right here, but I will tell you what it says. The filming dates are as far out possibly as next Wednesday, March 9th. March 7th, next Monday, Michael Myers Monday, and Tuesday, March 8th, and Wednesday, March 9th are all listed as possible shooting dates for what they're looking for. So that is just one guide to let us know that filming is at least going to be happening into March 8th. That is the farthest out that I've seen anything specifically dated with my own eyes at this point. Mid-March technically would go into the following week probably, but I wouldn't be surprised if they're wrapping up by late next week, because they have been filming since January, since mid-January. So that's about the same as time frame that they shot Halloween Kills, and roughly about the same amount of shooting days, I believe. And both are just probably about a week or so longer than they shot Halloween 2018 in 2018. All right, let's go back over to the live chat for a minute. Young Major, what's up? Happy Michael Myers Monday. Keith thinks that the leaving Haddonfield sign could be a spoiler. You think that's going to be somebody leaving Haddonfield at the end of the movie? I mean, I don't know. I mean, that could be anywhere in the film if you ask me. I mean, it could turn out that it's a spoiler, but I don't think, like you said, plenty of films in that way. But I wouldn't. I'm not worried about that. What else do you guys get from those photos, though? Let me hear your thoughts. Did I see the Haddonfield sign? Oh yeah, definitely. The sign is a big set piece. It could be. It definitely might be. I just think it's really fitting that she shared it, and it is kind of cool that it does look like she's still kind of in the Laurie Strode wardrobe. I mean, that kind of looks like she's wearing Laurie's jeans in that video too. Johnny Trouble says, I hope the idea that Danielle Harris shared with you about doing a Halloween with her, Jamie's son on part 8 and daughter on 2018 come together somehow. Awesome. Johnny, well, awesome. First of all, that you checked out the interview with Danielle. I definitely appreciate that. And if you're watching this and you haven't checked that out, then definitely do that when we're done here. It's a fun conversation. And Danielle, yeah, what he's talking about is Danielle said that she would like to come back somehow as Jamie. She's not really interested in playing another character now. She's already done that, of course, in the Rob Zombie films and did it great. But she doesn't really want to play a new character, a third character, or do a cameo or something. But she would be interested and would very much consider if somehow the stars aligned and they were to pick up a Jamie Lloyd story, which, as I've said before, and as we said in that interview, I mean, the way to do it, obviously, would be the requel. You do a requel to part 4, basically, that would end up ignoring part 5 and 6, or at least, I think the way to do it would be to pick up after part 4, ignore part 5 and 6, do a requel that way, and, Jamie's been in the institution all this time, and now it's her that breaks out and goes home to Haddonfield. Again, that's just one way that you could roll with it. Larry Moore has checked in. What's up, man? Happy Michael Myers Monday. Keith says, how do you think the box office will do for Ends? I think it's going to do great. I mean, the last 2 films did great. They both exceeded expectations. Yeah, I don't see any reason why it's not going to do fantastic at the box office. Kills was 131.6 million. Johnny said, I did check it out. It was awesome. Thanks. Awesome. I'm glad you saw that. Very cool. Excellent. All right. Speaking of Halloween Ends, this isn't exactly news quite so much as it's just it's something really cool. We don't always share fan art on here, but sometimes it's just so good we have to. And you guys probably know the artist on Instagram. It is Creepy Duck Design. He's on all the socials. But last year he did a lot of very cool. Actually, earlier this year, some very cool retro styled posters for the new Scream movie. He's always doing cool imagery, but Scream actually picked up some of those posters and released them officially. Well, he's done the same thing for Halloween Ends, and he's put out so far, I think, 4 badass Halloween Ends posters that we're gonna take a look at here real quick. Again, this is Creepy Duck Design. And here you can see, I mean, this is a design that has been out there for a little while. But he created this for Halloween Ends. This is his concept design for what could be a badass poster for Halloween Ends. And then just a few weeks ago, he shared this wicked awesome Halloween Ends concept poster. Another old school throwback retro style. And here's the full look at it. I really like that one. You can get a glimpse at some of his other work. And then just the last few days, he's posted 2 more. And in the post for this design, he says, here's another of my Halloween Ends concepts. This one is heavily inspired by the 70s, which I thought was quite fitting. Full circle, as they say. Roll on October. And this is a really cool poster. The words "His time has come" across the top. I love how the top darker portion of the poster is just kind of bleeding into the orange and white at the bottom. I love seeing Laurie's silhouette there in white. This is a really cool design. And most recently, he shared this one, and he says in the caption, quote, couldn't resist the urge, so here's my alt spin on the classic original Halloween poster, reimagined for Halloween Ends. And this is a great idea. I'm surprised nobody's really done it yet, but taken just literally that same concept as the original classic poster that we all know and love, and just adapt Halloween Ends into that format. And that's exactly what he's done here. He's developed, he's come up with his own tagline that he uses again here on this poster. His time has come. I like how with the reflection of the hand, you actually see like what looks like three hands there and three knives there, kind of symbolizing the three films of this current David Gordon Green trilogy. I guess you could also suggest that maybe it could also symbolize the three Strode women as well. But of course, I really like this one. I mean, just a very simple idea. Again, take that classic poster, adapt it to fit Halloween Ends, reimagine it to fit Halloween Ends. Hardyverse says awesome artwork. Yeah, all of his artwork is awesome. You can follow him, Creepy Duck Design on Instagram. Larry says, I just hope Michael doesn't speak in HNs. That'd be pretty shocking. If I had to guess, I'd say I don't think that's going to happen. Here's another look at that really cool retro vibed poster. Looks like it's kind of out of the 80s. All right. Just earlier this evening, Trick or Treat Studios has now kicked off their own online toy fair this week, and they kicked it off on Monday, fittingly on Michael Myers Monday, with some Halloween franchise reveals. And they actually revealed three new deluxe collectible figures that are joining their 1/6 scale lineup. And this includes two new Michael Myers figures. Now, if you're keeping track, Trick or Treat has already released a Halloween 78 Myers, a Halloween 2018 Myers, as well as they've got a Halloween 4 Myers and a Halloween 5 Myers. We've already covered that they announced a Halloween 2 Myers coming this year in 2022, as well as Halloween 3 pack with three trick-or-treaters, each wearing a silver shamrock mask. Also coming this year, now we can add to that lineup a Halloween H2O 20 years later Michael Myers, a Halloween Resurrection Michael Myers, and yes, yes, probably most exciting for me. Y'all know I love the collectible figures, but look at this badass Dr. Samuel Loomis 1/6 scale deluxe collectible figure. These things come with over 2 dozen points of articulation. They come with accessories. Obviously, you can see the clothes are cloth. They're removable. They're fully posable and highly detailed. You can see Loomis is going to come with his trench coat, his pistol. This is from the video that Trick or Treat Studios released earlier today. Here, let's see if I can get a better look at that for you. Here, let's go back just a little bit. This is from the video that Trick or Treat Studios released earlier today announcing this brand new 1/6 scale Dr. Loomis figure. He looks awesome. And here we'll go back and you can see the Myers. This is the H2O figure. And that is of the mini H2O masks. There you go. I think they chose the best one. And then we've got the Halloween Resurrection Michael Myers figure. And again, I feel like this is the one right here. This is the big announcement. I love that we're finally getting some quality Dr. Loomis figures after all these years. You know, NECA has just put out a couple very nice Dr. Loomis figures, and now Trick or Treat stepping up to give us a 1/6 scale Dr. Loomis, and that looks like an incredible likeness, an incredible Donald Pleasance likeness right there. I can't wait to see this one in person. I think I'm going to have to add it to my collection. I don't own all of the different Myers figures from Trick or Treat, but I am very impressed with the 78 figure that I do own, and I think I'm going to have to add this Dr. Loomis to my collection. What do you guys think, though?
Let's see. Larry says this figure is badass. Yes, it is. Yeah. Michael Aldrich says the H2 figure looks to be outstanding. Yes, it does. Yeah, like I said, I was sketchy. I didn't know what kind of job Trick or Treat would do in the collectible figure realm, but I was very impressed with their very first release, that 78 Myers, and the other ones I've seen. You know, now they've put out a few other Myers as well as an Art the Clown, and now this year we got Sam from Trick or Treat as well as these additional Myers figures we've talked about, and the Season of the Witch 3-pack, which is another one I think I'm probably going to have to add to my own collection. Larry says, "Did Michael kill again?" Yeah, this figure looks badass. Hardyverse says, "I think it looks fantastic." Absolutely. Michael says we need victims. Now that'd be cool. Yeah, we do need the main babysitters for sure. Lori, Annie, Linda. But I am thrilled that we are finally getting some really beautiful, officially licensed Dr. Loomis collectible figures now. For years, there's just that one set, which is kind of a hard to find item, kind of a grail item for some collectors now. That set of Loomis and the front porch with Michael, and and that was really all there was until just recently. We're starting to get a few, thanks to NECA and now Trick or Treat Studios. So pretty good reveal for Trick or Treat Studios to kick off their online toy fair this week. And again, really appreciate them doing it today on Michael Myers Monday, of course. Ariel says, pretty awesome. I'm sure if they're willing to do Loomis, they will do Laurie eventually. Yeah, I think they probably love to. I think the issue comes down to, when it's people's face. It's one thing when it's a creature or a mask, but when you're talking about somebody's likeness, I think they have to get permissions, and I don't know exactly how all that works, but I know, it was only recently that NECA got Jamie Lee Curtis permission to use her likeness on some of these recent Laurie Strode figures that they've released from Halloween 2 and from Halloween 2018. But yes, I would hope that Trick or Treat is working on that, and if they could work it out to make it happen with this incredible likeness of Donald Loomis, or Donald Loomis. Oh my God, guys! If they can work it out to make it happen with this incredible likeness of Donald Pleasance, then yeah, I think they can probably figure something out. Yeah, that's a beautiful figure, beautiful new figure. Um, Again, I've been really impressed. I know some of you guys have said the same thing, but I've been impressed with Trick or Treat Studios' lineup of figures. Speaking of which, we have, it's not franchise related, but collectible figure wise, we got the new 5.5 inch Captain Spaulding figure. We've actually got some in stock. We got them just before we left for Mad Monster Party, and they are listed on our website right now. And they're pretty awesome. I'm going to be doing a little showcase video with one of those here this week probably. But you can find that and many other things. Not the Myers figure right now. We're sold out of the 1/6 scale. I think we're probably going to get some more, and hopefully some of those Loomis figures in stock here later this year. Trick or Treat says later on in that video that pre-orders will start around midsummer of this year. So there you go. That's when you'll be able to start pre-ordering the Michael Myers from Halloween H2O 20 years later and from Resurrection
and the Dr. Loomis from H78. All right, let's see what you guys are talking about in the live chat. Michael says the NECA clothed Lori looked great. Yeah, NECA's just killing it, no pun intended, with their Lori figures. I mean, they've done a great job. Like I said, their new scanning technology, it really, the face sculpt looks really good. I've got the Ultimate Lori, which I love. But yeah, the clothed and the H2 set. I mean, they're just doing great stuff, and they've done some really beautiful Loomis as well. So I don't know what the deal is, how they're getting likeness rights. I don't know how that works, but clearly, something has opened up, and something has opened up on Jamie Lee's side as well. So maybe Trick or Treat's going to get in on that somehow. But it appears that while NECA's got a lock on like the 12-inch and certain scale figures, it looks like the 1/6 scale is wide open, and that's where Trick or Treat is jumping in and really kind of making their presence known in the horror collectible figures realm. And I love though that they've started. They have done a Frankenstein, and they're doing some classic Universal figures. But I love that with their horror franchises, they're really going all in with the Myers figures and the other big Halloween franchises, namely Art the Clown from Terrifier and soon Terrifier 2, and Sam from Trick or Treat as well. So you can't go wrong with those. And you guys know that I love my action figures as well. So I'm going to have some of those here to add to the collection at some point. Probably add to the store as well. But I'll definitely be sharing that on a future show and tell and showcase video here on the channel. All right, Keith says, how soon will they release the Ends mask? Sometime in October for fans to buy from Trick or Treat Studios. Yeah, it'll release before then, for sure. You can look again similar to how the rollout to Halloween Kills last year was. It's going to be a similar time frame as that. If filming wraps, let's say the end of next week. I mean, it's 7, 8, 9th is that furthest out casting shooting date that I'm seeing in casting calls. And bear in mind, that doesn't mean very much. I'm looking specifically at extras casting calls. It could be filming beyond that very easily. But the 9th, you follow that to the end of the week. That's the 11th. By the following Monday, that's the 14th. That's mid-March right there. So if they're filming a little bit into the weekend, a few days, So, yeah, I think pretty much through next week, most likely filming is going to be wrapping. That also taking with what Christopher Nelson said in his post, clearly indicating that this shoot that has started back in mid-January is going to be wrapping up here soon. When he says this show, that's he's talking about the film that he's on, that they're working on right now. So, yeah, I would think probably it's going to wrap up in March. Jason Blum had said, we said in a previous update that Jason Blum said in a recent interview that he expects a first cut to be ready in about a month or two. All that makes perfect sense. He'd be seeing the first cut around late April, early May, which is about the time I suspect we're going to get our first teaser poster. And that makes sense. Have an early cut of the film. You've got your stills. You've got some of your imagery locked in that you're already happy with. Drop that teaser poster around mid to late April. Make way for the trailer early to mid-June. Again, it's not rocket science. It's very, very similar time frame for what they typically do with these films to what they did in 2018. Now, obviously, with everything that happened in 2020 and the delay and all, things were changed a little bit last year. And if you remember with that first trailer, of course, being leaked online ahead of its release, it ended up getting dropped just right away that night, if you guys remember, and it was a little bit kind of a clusterfuck there of a release. And hopefully that won't happen this time. If anybody's watching this, if whoever leaked that, look, we were fine waiting. We had waited that long for the trailer. It was literally days away. Next time, yeah, because it's not like you can monetize that. It's not like you can be famous off that. It's not like you can, you're going to lose your job over that. Most likely, it doesn't make a lot of sense to do that. So that didn't really help anybody when that happened. But barring that happening, yeah, it was going to be coming out. What was it? It was June. When that was happening, I believe. So it'll be a similar time frame to that, I think, absolutely. And that all that lines up with filming wrapping in about another week or so. Uh, Actually, about another 2 weeks from when we're recording this. I mean, it's going to film this week and it's going to film into next week. So there we go. Beyond that, though, I think they're going to be pretty much wrapped up on principal photography. They might still need some pickup shots later on. I don't know, but that lines up with Jason Blum's time frame that he was talking about. That lines up with the typical marketing time frame from 2018, and more or less what they did with HK. Of course, they didn't drop the teaser poster until they dropped the trailer, but that was pretty much what everybody was doing last year because nobody knew right up until about 3 weeks before their release if they were for sure going to be released or if things were still going to change. And that was just the nature of it. Now in 22, I think studios are a little more confident in their plans than they were at this point last year. You know, that being said, you guys know everything can change in a heartbeat. So, but hopefully not. Keith says, "What about Utah? Have they filmed there yet?" Yeah, no, I don't believe they are not scheduled to film anything in Utah. Haven't heard anything about that. But yes, back to wrap up your question about the mask, though. That will come after the trailer drop because the trailer, that's gonna and hypothetically the poster that's gonna give us our first good look at what the mask is gonna look like in this film. So they're not gonna release that Trick or Treat Studios mask or any photos of it until after that trailer drop. And the mask itself, again, if last year's any indication, it should drop probably late August, early September, right around Labor Day. Kind of the unofficial end of summer. All of which makes sense because by that time the marketing is going to, be kicking in, and images of Michael Myers are going to be out there in publications. You're going to have your issues of Empire and Total Film, Fangoria, all that stuff. So by then, the mask and some of the new look of Michael, as he's going to look in Halloween Ends, will be out there. At that point, they can release the officially licensed mask by Trick or Treat Studios. Which, by the way, we will absolutely have those as early as possible in our own online store. You'll be able to find them, and at our upcoming fall conventions that we're going to be at. We'll have them for sale at our table while they last. Of course, they're probably going to go fast, but yeah, we're going to be among the first in the country to get some of those masks in stock, and I'll have it right here, and we'll be able to look at it and talk about it and discuss it when the time comes. So we can look forward to that. All right. Darlene has checked in. Happy Michael Myers Monday. Thanks for being here. Yes, sir, Keith. No problem. Happy to answer. Horror Collector is here. You're in the right place. We've been talking about some horror collectibles just now. Hey, I'm the kid that had the Morris costume shirt and was wondering when will the Scott Morris and the video on the retail store. Oh man, dude, we haven't even announced that yet. I guess we're gonna announce that tonight. Horror Collector. Thanks for coming to our table, by the way. And I don't know how you even found out about this. I guess I told you when you were there. I guess I did tell you that we were going by there. Now I remember. But yeah, not franchise related, but big interview coming up, guys. I spent a great couple hours last Michael Myers Monday, before we came home from Mad Monster Party. We went by the corporate headquarters of Morris Costumes. Many of you guys know Morris as makers of some of your favorite Halloween products, including some of the coolest animatronics that come out every year and tons of other stuff from spider webs on up. And I spent about an hour talking to and interviewing Mr. Scott Morris himself about his family, their legacy, the business that he and his mom and his dad started before he was even born. And they started it because they were doing ghost shows in the 40s and 50s. They were making their own costumes in their basement, which they started renting out and eventually selling to people. This became Morris Costumes. Scott Morris grew up in this. He grew up doing some of these ghost shows as a kid with them. He grew up in this environment literally every day is Halloween. He grew up where every day is Halloween. So again, not exactly franchise related, but because Horror Collector has joined us, one of our new friends from Mad Monster Party, um, yeah, we're making the announcement right now. That is an upcoming interview. I haven't exactly set the date yet. That might be next week, excuse me, when that drops. Horror Collector, we don't know exactly yet, but it's coming very soon. Keep watching the channel. And I'll be updating as soon as we schedule the date on that. We just wrapped up our Mad Monster coverage. Actually, we're still rolling it out tomorrow. We're rolling out our photo gallery, but we just wrapped up all of that today. And so now we move into Morris Costumes. So in addition to that exclusive interview with Scott Morris, we also got to do a personal tour, private tour of the 300,000 square foot corporate headquarters, their warehouse, and then we went to their retail store, their flagship retail store in Charlotte, North Carolina as well, and did a full walkthrough in there. Lots of cool stuff you guys can look forward to if you're fans of Morris Costumes. And again, this is just one of those interviews I'm so excited to bring you guys because it is a piece of Halloween history, the history of Halloween itself, and it really hits at the heart of what we're all about, which is every day is Halloween, and Scott is somebody that's lived that his life, and Morris is now regarded as basically the largest Halloween decor and costumes distributor in the world. They're amazing. So lots of that coming. Thank you for asking, Horror Collector, and thanks for coming by our booth and coming here on Michael Myers Monday. Happy Michael Myers Monday to you, sir. Sorry about the spoiler. Yeah, you spoiled it, buddy, but that's fine. This is the best way to announce it. Like I said, it's not really Michael Myers related, but that's perfectly fine because this is the coolest crowd there is on YouTube. The people right here with us on Monday nights for the live show. So yes, this is the right way to announce that anyway. And so yeah, that's something to look forward to. Do you live in North Carolina or Charlotte, or you were just stopping by? Yeah, we live in North Carolina, but all the way on the other end. We're in Kill Devil Hills, North Carolina, out on the Outer Banks. Oh, we got a birthday in here. Spawn has checked in. Brad says, good to catch this live stream tonight. Fun way to spend this evening on my birthday. All right, I'm not going to sing, but everybody wish Brad a happy Michael Myers Monday birthday. Yes. Darlene says, wow, great family history and story. Yes. Yes, I'm very excited to bring it to you guys. And again, you guys will appreciate it, I believe, if you enjoyed our other interviews. And it's probably going to be two separate interviews because again, the interview itself is pretty long, and then we did the two separate walkthroughs of the two buildings, which that might be in one video, have the whole walkthrough, and then I don't know. That's part of what we still got to figure out. That's part of why I don't have a specific date yet. But that'll be happening sometime within the next week to 2 weeks. We're going to be dropping that exclusive interview with Scott Morris. Yes, Brad. Happy birthday to you, sir. Let's see. Yeah, this is a good night to have a birthday. Absolutely. It's a good one. Spawn Von Siobhan has checked in. Like that name. All right. It is getting close to midnight, dangerously close to midnight. But real quick, I want to give some shout outs. This is something we started doing a while back. We started the Michael Myers Monday hashtag way back in 2013, and it's taken on a life of its own with memes, gifs, and everybody just gets into it every week. And so I try to share just a couple posts from usually from Twitter and Instagram each live stream. So we're gonna jump over right now and look at just a couple of those real quick here. Some Michael Myers Monday shout outs. So here we go. Starting over on the Twitter is the Boogeyman at the Shape 78. And what this is, as you can see in his caption here, I thought this was very interesting. He says that this is word frequency art that he made of the shape using Loomis speeches about Michael from Halloween 1978. So if you know what word frequency art is, might have to Google it, but I think you can get the idea of what it is from looking at this. This is the shape, the face of Michael Myers, made with words, literally, and specifically the words of Dr. Loomis's speeches about Michael. Also from Twitter, this is from Halloween Verse. And again, shout out to the Halloween Verse and everybody involved in the Halloween Verse. They have amazingly funny and witty parody accounts of every single character you can imagine from the Halloween Verse. And this post is not really set in the Halloween Verse. I just thought it was really cool. Some of the masks available, and Tommy Lee Wallace was searching for Michael Myers mask, for what would be Michael Myers mask in 1978. And you see there, in addition to the Shatner, which they would ultimately choose and opt to go with, other options at the time would have been the Spock mask, Richard Nixon mask, and the Emmett Kelly mask. And as we know, it was very much down to either the Shatner or the Emmett Kelly, but they could have easily gone with a Spock mask too. Imagine how different everything would have been then. I think they made the right decision, and I can't imagine it being otherwise. All right, let's move over to Instagram right now. This one is from Horror Max TV, and this is one of those Michael Myers Monday memes that somebody made. I didn't make this, but this is just one of the many memes. And again, sometimes people adapt Michael Myers Monday to mean that Monday itself is the shape stalking you, as in this meme. Sometimes, though, some people adapt it to take it as a motivational thing and actually say that I am, in fact, the shape attacking Monday itself. I am attacking Monday like the shape attacks. So people, again, they find what they want and what they need from their Michael Myers Monday. But in this version, it's what I think most traditionally most of us think of it as Monday morning. Another one from Instagram. I love Steel City Jason, always posting cool content on Michael Myers Monday. Here you can see he is H4 Michael in this photo, along with at CreepyX Betty as Jamie Lloyd. Great Jamie Lloyd costume here. Also from Instagram, the great Tyler Main himself. He very rarely misses a Michael Myers Monday. Always posting great content. We love Tyler. And I'm a huge fan of this escape mask. I actually own one that was released, I believe, by Fun World. I guess it was shortly after the release of the film in 2007, so it would have been probably around Halloween 2008. But I've always liked this escape mask. like that it's kind of a twisted pumpkin face, very fitting for Michael. Absolutely one of my favorite Michael Myers looks from any of the films. As I said, I always love it. Anytime Michael is wearing other masks other than his signature mask. I mean, I love his signature mask in all the films, but I love anytime he's rocking a different mask. And this is definitely one of the coolest. And finally, also from Instagram, Tyler's co star from the film, Dave Farrick, shared this video clip. He says, "Happy Michael Myers Monday. Don't do anything I wouldn't do." All right, so there you go. Use the hashtag Michael Myers Monday every Monday. Celebrate your fandom. Tag us throughout your socials. We're all over all the socials. Uh, I try to retweet as many as I can on Twitter each week. We can never get to all of them. I try to repost as many as I can on Instagram, usually in our stories, because it does get a little much to actually repost them on the feed. But we try to share as many as we can, and but we're on the other socials as well. Let's get Michael Myers Monday going on your TikToks and everywhere else, and obviously right here on YouTube at 10:31 p.m. Eastern Monday nights is the place to be to talk all things Michael Myers and the Halloween movie franchise. All right, like I said, I don't have a specific date for our Morris Costumes interview drop or the walkthrough drop. It might be coming later this week. It might be early next week. Just keep watching the feeds. I am trying to update on what's coming a little more regularly in the community tab here on YouTube. So you can check that for up to date info on what you can expect in the coming days. And as always, our coverage of Halloween Ends will continue. They are still filming. They haven't wrapped yet. Jamie has gone home. James is still there, at least as far as we know. And but they're going to be wrapping soon, and then it's going to be an exciting time as the marketing begins to ramp up, and we look forward to all of that. We're also covering, as you might have seen, Terrifier 2. We got further confirmation from Mad Monster Party. David and Damien were there, and it's coming this Halloween season. So Art the Clown and Michael Myers both happening this Halloween season. In a calendar year where we've already had the return of both Leatherface and Ghostface, and we've got new Evil Dead to look forward to later on this year. I mean, this is just a crazy time and an awesome time to be a horror fan. And I said it a lot last year. I'm going to be saying it a lot this year, but it is truly the best time ever to be a fan of Michael Myers and of the Halloween movie franchise. There's just so much going on. I mean, we are literally living in a time where we are right in the middle of coming up on the third chapter in a string of current Michael Myers movies, and there's just so much out there related to this franchise happening all the time, and it's not going to stop. Everything with Halloween Ends is going to kick everything into overdrive one more time for these current films. But this is also the 40th anniversary year of Halloween 3, Season of the Witch. You can expect some releases. We've already talked about some from Trick or Treat Studios that's coming. Other cool stuff is going to be happening. Season of the Witch stuff happening to celebrate the 40th anniversary that we're going to be talking about here soon. And and then things like these figures, these Trick or Treat figures. We've got so many reveals to look forward to and exciting stuff like that. And it is pretty exciting that they're still filming and it's going to wrap. And it's we're going from HK where it was this really long wait. You know, they filmed in the fall of 2019, so even then, had everything gone as scheduled, we wouldn't have even gotten a teaser poster until probably April of 2020. So you know, over half a year way down the road. As it turned out, that was just the beginning. It was a year and a half before any of that happened, and longer even, because they didn't do a teaser poster before the trailer. So again, I mean, this is going to seem like not much of a wait at all when you think about it in comparison. Even in comparison to 2018, where they had already wrapped filming by now. Bear in mind that by mid February 2018, they were already done filming. They started filming like right after New Year's in 2018, and they were done super quick. And but they did go back and do some reshoots. If you remember, in HK, I don't believe they did any reshoots in, not that I know of anyway. So that was a slight difference there, which is ironic because they had so much time from HK's shooting to its release. They could have done the reshoots, but they didn't need to. They did do some digital touch ups, as we know, with the radio tower and all that. By the way, if you missed my last update, lots of stuff about the radio tower, my own theories, and we get a look at what appears to be the source of this radio tower significance in Halloween Ends. I'm not going to get into it tonight. I've already talked about it in a previous video in our last Halloween Ends update. When I get done with here, I'll put a link for that down below, and you can find it elsewhere on this channel. All right, let's see. Brad's so excited for this next Halloween movie. Hell yeah. Absolutely, Heart Collector. Happy birthday, Brad. Yep. Another off topic. During employee told me, are you guys opening up a haunted house in March? Is that open all year round? About us doing a haunted house in March? Yeah, we're not that I know of. Brad says, thanks. These Monday night live streams are always fun. I enjoy tuning in. Well, thank you for tuning in. This has been great. Thanks again to the guys that threw in on the super chat tonight. Again, that means so much. Every just little bit helps. We do have some merch for sale. I've got that link down in the description as well. It's also here in the live chat. We got some t-shirts in there. We're going to be updating that though here soon. So if you're watching this, and especially if you're watching this later on replay or whatever, let us know in the comments down below what types of merch you want. We've got a Teespring. They're just called Spring now, I guess, but we've got a Spring account, and we want to be producing some original HDN merch that you guys can be purchasing from us that will help support the channel and also show your love for HDN, not just HDN. I mean, that's great and awesome, but your love for Halloween itself. That's the whole point, you know, spread the love of Halloween and every day, something we can wear every day. So so let's work on that. Of course, royalty free stuff that we're not going to step on any toes. You know, we can't exactly put Michael Myers pictures on our own T-shirts, but we can put our own Halloween imagery and maybe some secret messages for us triple Mers here. You guys know what I'm talking about, you know. All right, so it is officially after midnight yet again. I thought we were going to be done in under an hour tonight, but yeah, go figure. Never quite works out that way, but that's all right because we had a lot to talk about, and it's been 3 weeks since the last Monday night Michael Myers Monday live. So yeah, we had a little bit of catching up to do. Going forward, though, you know, we're still looking at doing the lives here on Monday. There will be other live streams, live reports, special event reports, special reports on various things we're covering. For instance, when the next Terrifier 2 trailer drops, you know, plan on a live breakdown and discussion that night. Same goes for whenever the Halloween Ends trailers drop, and other stuff we're covering as well. Those will be special event live streams. Mondays will be a regular scheduled live stream. As you know, it won't always be every Monday, but as a general rule, you can plan on gathering right here, seeing Michael Myers time, seeing Michael Myers channel, and then of course live report streaming. But as news breaks, we're going to be doing more of just what you've seen, kind of daily updates as needed. If there is news on, be it Halloween news or any of our stories, and you've seen these video articles. Sometimes I'll be on screen talking about it, sometimes not. But I encourage you to check those out. Number one, to stay up to date on everything, because that's going to be your most immediate way of getting the latest info, and that way we don't just build it all. Because a lot of last year news would break, we reported on the site throughout socials, and kind of not really talk about it on YouTube until Monday. In other words, kind of bank it, save it until Monday. Whereas, this year with Halloween Ends, it's kind of more an editorial decision on our end that we're just gonna, when the news breaks, we're gonna report it, get it out there like we always do, and then go right into the video portion of it right away as well. And sometimes that might include a live stream discussion that's not on a Monday night, depending on how big the news is. Other times that is going to include a video report that will be a little bit more like this, a little bit more like some of these ones you've seen me do here recently. And we'll still have some of the short form video reports along the way as well. So all of that you can look forward to, and interviews. Lots of stuff shaping up to come this year. But yeah, it's all going to be awesome and stuff you're going to want to look forward to. But like I said, definitely look forward to that Scott Morris interview, Morris costumes. I am very proud, very excited to share that with you guys. It's yeah, I'm going to be talking more about that when it's all ready. And again, I don't mind. My rule, I'm so superstitious. My rule is I don't ever talk about interviews before they've happened. But once they've happened, even if it's not completely, edited and proofed and scheduled and the date's locked in, I can talk about it. It happened. It's real. So it did happen. So thank you, Horror Collector, for helping me announce that, break that news tonight. That exclusive interview is coming your way, and lots more as well. All right, as always, you can find out more about everything we've talked about anytime, every day, at HalloweenDailyNews.com. You can always find our own merch that we have in stock right now, and we will ship out to you anytime, every day at HalloweenDailyNews.com/shop. We've got Halloween Kills masks in stock right now. We've got Halloween 2018 masks in stock right now. We're actually sold out of Halloween 78 masks, and we've got one, believe it or not, one Halloween 78 Michael Myers Boogeyman mask left in stock at the moment. We're going to be getting more, don't worry, but when, I don't know, and how soon before Halloween itself, I don't know. So, just a little low stock alert there, very low, one to be exact, Boogeyman mask left. And if you didn't know, a little secret to the live crew here, when you order any of our masks, or pretty much anything from our online store, while supplies last, we are throwing in a Halloween Daily News decal. What does it look like? Funny you should ask. I thought I had one here to hold, but here, that's what it looks like. So you can get a free sticker in addition to your order. So how about that? The Hard Collector asking about Haunted House opens up this month. Yeah, no, I don't really know what exactly. I don't really know what exactly you're referring to there, but no, we are not planning on opening up a haunted house that I know of this month. And it is this month. It is actually March now, which means it's actually officially, for me anyway, here on the East Coast, it's Tuesday. But that don't matter, because just like every day is Halloween around here, it's still Michael Myers Monday. It's also Terrifier Tuesday. So happy Terrifier Tuesday. That's worth drinking to too. I mean, it's going to be a hell of a year, guys, for horror, for slashers, for specifically Halloween horror. And I couldn't be more excited for this. like I said, it is the best time to be a Michael Myers fan, a Halloween franchise fan, and I can't thank you guys enough for joining me for these live streams. It's been a few weeks, so I was like, is anybody gonna show up tonight? But you guys turned out. I do appreciate it. Hopefully, I didn't waste your time and haven't kept you up too late tonight because it is a Monday night, and I know some of you guys got to get up in the morning. So we're gonna wrap it up now. Again, happy birthday, Brad. A toast to the gentleman that dropped us some super chat donations this evening. If you haven't already, I say it all the time. I gotta say it. Subscribe. I know I see a lot of people watch this channel, watch the live streams. A lot of them aren't even subscribed to the channel. I don't know how that works, but go ahead and subscribe. That helps. That helps YouTube think that hey, the people that are subscribed to the channel actually do watch the videos and vice versa. It's the algorithms and all that. It just helps like-minded people like y'all find us, grow the community, and then better things happen for the channel, as you guys know. I mean, the bigger the audience, the bigger the community, the bigger the guests we can get on here, the bigger the we've gotten some pretty big guests. I have to say, I'm not complaining about that. We've been very, very fortunate with that. But then again, this is not new. This is not a new channel. This is not, HDN's been around. This is our 10th year, guys. This September specifically will be our 10th anniversary. We're going to have to do something that night, some kind of special live throwdown that night in September. But this is our 10th year. We launched in 2012, and we launched everything then. We did launch the channel. Now, I didn't start coming on here on camera and doing this type stuff or live streams at all until 2020, and that's when all that started for obvious reasons. And you can go back to the very first Michael Myers Monday Live and get that whole story if you care. But I wouldn't waste your time because it's probably crap as far as my presentation, and it's definitely crap as far as how it looks because it was recorded on this. And yeah, anyway. I'm getting off topic now. It's after midnight. I'm getting a little loopy. So, again, we're going to wrap it up. You guys are awesome. You guys are great. Subscribe to the channel, like the video, hit the share button, drop us a comment down below, even if it's just to say hi, even if it's just to say, hey, appreciate it, happy Triple M, anything like that. The more comments, the more conversation. Again, it helps YouTube share it with other like-minded people, and then we grow this community. So, most importantly, though, plan on joining me again next Monday for another Michael Myers Monday live. We're back in town, so the plan is to be back here live again next week. And look for constant updates, daily updates on all things Halloween, especially Halloween Ends at HalloweenDailyNews.com and right here on the HDN YouTube channel. I think I said it all. I think I'm out of here now. All right, guys. I'm Bad Arts for Halloween Daily News. Thank you for watching, and happy Michael Myers Monday.